Well, hello there. This video, I'm going to be showing you how this bad boy works. This is a profile gauge. I'm going to use it for doing this bottom shelf out of the three to fit it around the boiler pipes, just like I've done with the first two already. I'm also going to show you a couple of different options on how to actually do the cuts themselves, as well as finish off the shelf nicely and fit it. Right, so this is the shelf going in, and as you can see, it hits the pipes, doesn't it? Which is no good. So first thing we do is decide exactly where we're going to line it up. And I decide there, look, push it in. And we really want to push it all the way in as tight as we can get it. And you see how I'm pushing all the little pegs in as well? You want all the pegs all the way in and as tight to the pipes as you can get them and as accurate as you can get them as well. The more accurate you are with this section, the better your cutout's going to be. If you don't already have a profile gauge, I will put a link in the description as well as at the top of the comments section for you for one that I definitely recommend. Yeah, happy with that. Then we obviously take it out. And there she is. Over to the cutting table. Quick little job for me before we use the profile gauge. I know the back wall where the shelf is going, it is at a bit of a funny angle compared to where the shelf goes in. So I'm just replicating that angle on the shelf itself first before we use the profile gauge. Then we measure the gap between the profile gauge and the wall, and we mark that distance up on the MDF. This is so we know exactly where to put it when we're actually drawing around the gauge itself. And then for the same reason, we measure from the side of the cupboard to where the profile gauge will start. And mark that up on the MDF as well. And then our good friend Mr. Profile Gauge makes his appearance. We put him in the right place and draw around where the pipes are. Mr. Profile Gauge is very useful for many things, but I think for doing around pipes, I don't think there's any other way really to do around pipes as good as Mr. Profile Gauge. Now I'm just drawing in the pencil lines all the way to where the wall will be. With this bit, an absolute top tip for you is go a bit wider than what you think you're going to need for the pipes. The reason for that is copper pipes do expand and contract depending on whether there's hot water going through them or not. And now we are ready for cutting. Now how you cut it is up to you. Easiest, probably the quickest and easiest way to do the whole thing with a jigsaw. Straight line down and try and bend around just one little bit at a time. It won't be as pretty, or you can do the straight lines with a jigsaw and then use a copping saw to go around the bends with your hand. Look a bit prettier, take a bit longer, a bit more hard work. My choice is I'm going to use this, which is a trim router. I'm going to try, the word try, I'm going to try and freehand around the lines and then I'll trim it out after. So see how this goes, fingers crossed. I will do a couple of the cutouts using the DeWalt Jigsaw I just showed you as well, just so you, the viewer, can see what the difference is between the two. This trim router by Makita is a new tool for me. I've only just bought it. That's probably the reason why I'm using it, is because I'm excited to use it. I want to see what it can do. So I've never done pipe cutouts using this Makita trim router before, so I'm not sure what the result's going to be. We will see. If you like any of the tools you see in this video, including the profile gauge, the trim router and the jigsaw, I will put links for all these in the description for the video, as well as at the top of the comments section. I forgot something very important. And that very important thing, which I recommend you never forget, is these bad boys. I don't know if you saw, but the chunk of wood flew off at 100 miles an hour out there. That could have quite easily gone in my eye. Always wear safety glasses. I am loving using my new trim router. The only thing is though, I've got to admit, for this particular job, it's very slow. It's taken a lot of work and a lot of effort, and I'm not really sure it's going to get a better result than using the jigsaw, which is going to be probably 3 times quicker. Anyway, watch the video, make your own mind up on that one. It is also quite hard to control following the lines that I've drawn on the MDF, doing it freehand like this. You could perhaps build a jig if you really wanted to, but the amount of work and time and effort you'd put into building a jig, it's probably just not worth it, unless you really did want that absolutely perfect finish with it. But the thing is, most of this cut is going to be hidden by the pipes itself anyway, and it's at the back of a shelf which is going to be covered in stuff. It doesn't really actually need to be an absolute perfect finish. Jeez, if it's not one thing, it's another, innit? Remember the glasses, forget the bloody mask. got your mask on as well. This goes into a really fine dust, which can really get in your lungs. And that's only the first part, so now we change the router bit for a different bit, which will then trim out the rest. I am absolutely loving using my new trim router. Yes, it probably takes 10 times longer than using a jigsaw, and yes, it's probably not even going to get much of a better result, but geez, it's so much more fun to actually use. Maybe it's a man thing. It's noisy, and it can chop your fingers off. It's got to be fun, ain't it? I got my dust mask again. It's even really satisfying just to watch it. Even just watching it in action is satisfying. Maybe I'll make one of them 24-hour video versions of it, so I can just have it playing constantly in the background at home. Therapeutic. It's a good job I'm single, because I know my ex-wife wouldn't have liked all this. Maybe that's why I'm still bloody single, hey? Anyway, I'll shut up now and just let you watch the trim router in action. Maybe it's me just being a DIY geek, but damn, that is satisfying to watch. Let me know in the comments if it's not just me. I'd love to know if I'm not the only geek. Also give the video a thumbs up if you're loving this trim router as much as I am. Nowhere near as much fun to use and nowhere near as much fun to watch, but probably 10 times quicker. Here's the jigsaw section. Just 2 cutouts with a jigsaw, just so you can see what the difference is. And to be honest, I think the finish with the jigsaw probably isn't much worse than with the trim router anyway. What do you think, dear viewers? Let me know in the comments. What's better, trim router or jigsaw for doing this? Here we are then, the moment of truth. I did trim a little bit more off with the jigsaw on that left-hand side as well, in case you don't notice. And it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good indeed. Does the trim router sections look better than the jigsaw bits? I think not. I think I might have wasted my time using the trim router when I could have just used the jigsaw in half the time. Guess that's the lesson learned. Don't bother with a trim router on this particular job, just use a jigsaw. Next job then is I need to trim the length of the shelf down, as I'm pretty sure my client doesn't want it sticking out of the cupboard by about a foot. For this we use another one of my favourite tools, and again a brand new tool I've only just bought at the same time as the trim router, funnily enough, and that's my Makita track saw. Amazing bit of kit, gets really nice cuts, like lovely, perfect, accurate cuts. So happy with it. Then we're back on the trim router. And this is where the trim router really does come into its own. Just putting a nice edge on the actual shelf. You can't do that with a jigsaw, can you? If you are enjoying this video, I have a special offer on for today, and today only. Today, you can press the subscribe button and you can press it for free. And just to top it off, I'm going to give you 50% more subscribe free of charge. And here it is, the final finished shelf, with nice pipe cutouts, not sticking out from the end of the cupboard, and a nice router trimmed edge on it. I think this shelf has gone very well. I'm sure my client will be pleased with their shelf. For your next watch, top left is probably my best video I've done so far, and that is a storage bench build DIY project using DIY tools only, or it will be in a week's time anyway. Top right is a skirting board installation video that is really interesting because I fitted the skirting boards using expanding foam of all things.